Hey, guys. Welcome. Well, first and foremost, Father God, with the desire of your servant today, Father God, allow me to show up in the spirit of you and not of my flesh. Less of me, more of you, and less of me. Okay, guys. So I am Queen G on Clubhouse. I am Toya G on Facebook. No, Toya Graham on Facebook and Toya G on YouTube. Streaming on all platforms. Hey, everybody. We supposed to be streaming on Instagram, but I'm gonna figure that out. So I'll figure out a way to do it. Okay. Okay, so I am Toya Graham, and I am the owner of Yummy Publishing. So this is our publishing house. So welcome to the Yummy Publishing House. This is where we ask the questions for an hour and give game. So I give the aspect of author, publisher, self-publisher, marketing, promoting, advertising, schemes and scams that goes on in the industry, best-selling information, five-star information, traditional versus self-publishing, the schemes and scams that goes on in the industry, and best-selling information. And also traditional and generational curses, spiritual warfare, and generational wealth because that's what. So welcome everybody. Okay. So you can ask any of those questions in any of those aspects if you like. We are on, thank you for the comment. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. And we are on supposed to be Instagram, but I cannot see that. So and we are featuring from Zoom. So if you're interested in coming in Zoom to ask any questions, you can go to the link on my page on Toya Graham on Facebook and click on the link and come straight in and ask questions in person. If you want to ask questions on YouTube, you can come on YouTube and ask questions from chat, okay? So if you want to ask questions on Facebook, you can do the same, ask them in the chat and I will answer you all. So share the video. Thank you for all those that have been sharing the information. Thank you to all those that have been asking questions. Thank you to all that have questions. Hey, Mr. Sean Foster. How are you doing? If you have any questions for a publisher, I am a live publisher. And you can ask me any questions from the aspect of the author, publisher, self-publisher, marketing, promoting, advertisement, schemes and scams that goes on in the industry, best-selling information, five-star information, traditional versus self-publishing, the schemes and scams that goes on in the industry, and also traditional generational curses, spiritual warfare, and generational wealth because that's what we do. So if you want to ask any questions, sorry, Sean Foster. You can ask anything that you like. I have some subjects that we're going over today and put my glasses on so I can see it. Okay. So we're going over a few subjects today, mainly just one big one. So, but I'm just gonna give like 5 key points to help you and put you in a better position. Okay. I hear this a lot from people. So our subject today is why it is an issue with publication. And a lot of people are saying that it is funds. Okay. So if funds are your biggest issue of giving you a problem on publicating your book, this should give you some steps to help you to be able to feel more comfortable in being able to publicate your information and get the things done that you need to get done as far as building your manuscript and formatting and editing and digital designing and how to get a digital designer, how to distribute your information, and also how to be able to get a ISBN in, which will be able to give you a way of being able to have your book. That's how you register your book to be able to have a price on it so that when you go to stores and stuff, it will be your barcode where it's your registered information to your book where they scan it at the store for the price of your book. Oh, no, I was off that. So this ISBN is how your information is registered, which is the book that you are trying to print out, which is going to be able to be sold in stores in different markets. Okay. Now, moving on. Ways to be able to put your book out when you are at a low amount of money. So your income is low and you're like, I really got this great story and I would love to put my story out. So the first thing that I would say is write the book. And then when you write your story, don't write it on paper. Type your book. And the reason why I say type your book because it's important for your book to be typed for punctuation and time. So when you're giving your information to people and it allows them to be able to see your information and not steal your information because it is already dated in time. Hi, Miss PM. How you doing, Michael? Welcome to the publishing house. Where you can ask whatever questions you like. If you want to, you can promote in the comments. So also here, you promote in the comments. So you can promote your information in the comments and tell the people about your business or whatever it is that you do. If you write music, if you have a business that you are running, that you are selling products, merch or whatever, books, whatever, you can put the link in the comments and you can promote here as well. Or you can come on. Okay, so with that being said, let me try something. Let's see if they let you invite people on from different platforms, but I don't think that even though you're live. Okay, so moving on. The first thing is writing your book. And after writing your book and put it in a digital form and being able to share your information because it is in digital form. So when you give your information out, you already have protection as a small way of having a copyright because this information is timed and dated inside of your information. So if they try to use it, they can be sued by you because you have it timed and dated inside of your tablet, computer, email, or whatever the source. Okay. And it's important to email yourself as well as you're writing your information so that you can have it timed and dated in your email. And that is a poor man copyright as well. So CM, today we are talking about the a way to publish your book when you have low income. because that's what a lot of people say that they have an issue with. So we're going through of one, two, three, like a seven-step ways of being able to publicate a book with using these aspects. So that's what I'm talking about today. Okay. So after you write your manuscript and you have it digitally written and not on paper, so you won't lose none of your information, then you can look for a beta reader. A beta reader is, if you don't know, a person that reads and corrects your errors in your book for free. How you can find these beta readers are at colleges or also libraries. You could put up notices that you would like for someone to beta read your information, and you can hang up tabs inside of the library. Also, you can do it at colleges because at colleges they are learning, and you can go to a literature class and ask the teacher to spread the information to their students if they're looking for a job opportunity to do a beta reader for someone that is trying to promote their book. And most of the time, they're usually free because it gives them the aspect of practice of being able to do corrections and editing in your book. So that kind of covers the manuscript we already covered, you writing it. And formatting and editing will pretty much come from your beta reader, which will be free to you. So you see how you can actually be able to start your book off with no money and you haven't spent any money yet. Writing it is free. Um, Putting it into digital form is free for you if you're gonna type it yourself. Um, Sending it to your email was free. Also, getting the beta reader was free. The only thing that you did that might have cost you anything is your time by going out and scouting for the beta reader, which would have been in the libraries or the colleges, okay? And then the different colleges that you're going to and that you're literally having meetings with the literature program to be able to use their students. And then they might co-assist it into their program so that they can get a grade for it. And because they're doing it for free for you and they use your information to be able to get a grade. So that's also like a win-win for you both. And it's still free. Free of cost, we haven't paid anything yet. So you scouted in libraries and you scouted in colleges. You put your information up. That was at a low price. Did it cost you not $1? Freelancing. So when freelancing, that is like giving your information out, little small spurts of it, and getting people, like I say, beta readers. And freelancing is going out and scouting for different people, not just people. Taking time to look through the individuals that you have that can have a chance to be able to touch your information, because you want the right person working on your information. And you don't want someone that's going to be changing your information. You want somebody that's going to benefit in your information. So freelancing is pretty cool because you it's really no cost and you are working with individuals for either bargain, barging, where you give a trade, where also you do it and they do it for free, or you give them back something, and that would be like a grade or something from the teacher, which would be bargain, bargain, yeah. Um, so when you freelancing, you're searching in different places to get these individuals that are skilled to be able to do this and want practice. Okay. So they have the skills that you need and could provide this for a good cost or less than nothing. Okay. So you still haven't paid anything. You freelance, you you scouted in colleges and libraries to get information. You freelance and developed a partnership Because when you're freelancing, also you are developing a partnership with other individuals that you can work with that are going to spread the information to others. And not only that, keeping a portfolio to build up a relationship with individuals that can do the time on a drop of a dime when you need it done. Okay. So don't get rid of the people that you are not choosing to use at that time. Keep them in a roster or a book or something to be able to use for a later time, because if your other person is not available, then they can also come up because you know they could good because you scouted them. So, and you researched them and things like that. If you don't know what scouting is when you research a person and you see what their credentials are and see if they qualify to do the things that you need them to do. And you research their background and things like that and other work that they have done previously to be able to educate yourself to have a relationship with them when you meet them. Okay? But sometimes we go and go look for people and if you don't know nothing about them, they ain't nothing to but they feel like what benefit do you have to them because you are not you don't know nothing about them. So it's important to study the person that you are dealing with in order for you to have a relationship with them. Okay. If anybody has any questions, how you doing today? If you want to ask any questions, you can come on and ask any questions. I love you. Happy for you to be here. So, if you have any, if you have any people that you are not going to use at that time, also keep them in a roster so that you can be able to use them on a later date because it might be needed. And then by you scouting them, that you already have information that they're a good candidate, and then it makes it easier for you to be able to network with them because you've already built a relationship with them. So as you are scouting for individuals, you build these relationships and you keep them for when you need them as your aspect. And if they are beta readers, they usually will be free to use. So anytime that you choose to use them, there will be an aspect to you for a free cost because you are choosing to go to colleges and libraries and put your information up where people are trying to share their information. And they are freelancing because they do it at no cost. Okay, so we still haven't paid anything and your book is pretty much almost done. So we got a manuscript, we edited it. Now we're gonna move on to digital designing. So with a digital designer, I would say social media is pretty good, but you have to be careful with social media. But what I do a lot is I purchase, um, I purchase pictures. I purchase digital illustrations from individuals that have put them together. And I put them as my book covers if I like if I like the picture. So I change it into a book cover. So where this is beneficial to you is because the person could just be starting off, and that's what you do as well. You go to colleges and go to their digital programs and go and speak to their professor and see if you can use some of their students to be able to do digital work for you. And usually it will be a freelance and it could be definitely free or a low price of nothing, being that they are learning how to do this, but they are very skilled at what they do. Especially on the fact that they are learning to do this just because they are in school does not mean that they are not uneducated to doing what you're asking them to do. You just have to scout a few students to figure out what is what person you're looking for and what fits your genre or whatever whatever project you're working on. So I think that it's important to do that. That's why it's important to educate yourself about the individual that you're building a relationship with. So you can know, do they have an understanding of the aspect of the person that you are in your creativity? Okay. So we still haven't paid any money yet, and you pretty much have your digital work done as well. And when going to the colleges and things like that and explaining your information to the students as far as what you are asking them to do, be very descriptive so that you don't waste your time and they don't waste theirs either. Because it's important to, um, you know, it is important to really care about other people's time and how you are using their time, even though they're students and they're doing something for free for you or for a lower cost. With the social media, you have people that are digital designers that are creating pictures all the time. You can purchase pictures from them. You can go online and you can use AI. And you can also be very descriptive with your picture. It is a few apps that you can use. I use Della, Dalle, 1, 2, and 3. Those are pretty good. Incorporate your information into a description, and then you can have it generate a picture for you to be able to put for your digital work. So with that being said, a lot of people are scared to use social media, AI, and things like that because they think that it is owned by the rights of that program or whatever is creating that project. By you giving the AI a description of whatever you're giving it a description is, it is really technically your idea. They are just generating it. So by law, you can use it and it doesn't have a copyright on it. And it is, okay, it is okay for, it is okay for you to use that information for the best of your ability, okay? So, with that being said, yeah, pretty much put practically a book together. And with the social media and purchasing product from individuals, um, and being on Zella and building your own description, it is very beneficial for you because on Delhi, I think it's Delhi, um, because it has no cost to you. You receive the copyright for it because it is your description and you own it and you don't have to and you don't have to that's almost wrong. Oh, and you don't have to worry about a copyright or someone saying that you have stolen something from off a line or something like that. And having to pay for a copyright because pictures that are taken and digital pictures that are placed into vectors and things like that, some of them have licensing on them. But the ones that you generate and give descriptions for self, those are considered as your own ideas that are being placed into a computer that is being generated for your information, whether it is yours information. So if that is helpful, I hope that is beneficial. So that is another free way of being able to, a low income way, because a lot of people say that they don't have a way of being able to put their foot together, for publishing. Um, Now we are moving on to social media. You can use the social media to touch our audiences. And when doing this, gives you a free spiritual selection of your followers and your audience for your genre and friends. Because by them not really actually knowing you personally and being able to see your information that you are spreading or your reels or your book promotion or whatever it is, the flyers, upcoming sneak peeks, whatever that you're sharing that allows them to follow you is their own judgment on opinion of no one else if they're in their own safety, if they're at home looking at their phone or whatever, or computer or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that is such a beautiful thing for social media to network the fact of you building your audience without you having to put some type of pressure on someone that they must like you, feel like you could. So that's another thing that I can say that is free. promoting on social media sites that you have that belong to you, and networking and giving information out to many different people on multiple platforms, just not staying on one. Um, the next subject is um, okay, now your next thing will be to we did the manuscript, we did the editing, we did the digital designing for your cover, to be scanned in. Okay, okay, well, I'll talk about that next. So for your next thing will be to get a ISBN, and how you can receive this ISBN is many multiple different aspects and ways. You can even receive a ISBN for free, but we'll talk about pros and cons for free and having one that you can pay for and purchase yourself. Now, there are a lot of apps that you can purchase ISBNs, research the information, and find out what and where you can buy your ISBN and who are offering ISBNs wherever it is that you would like to upload your information. Okay. Now, the aspect of me, having my own ISBN is more safer than having a ISBN that is owned by Amazon, Kobo, uh, Kindle, Amazon, so on and so forth. Okay, so the reason why is because when you want to move your project from one place to another place, if you have your own ISBN, you have a better chance of being able to do such without a lot of risk than you would with using ISBN from another company. Okay. So when using information from another company, you can lose your freedom and mobility of being able to navigate through the industry the way you want to, because signing a contract with a person to be able to use the ISBN, even though they call it free, is to actually trap you with their company so that you don't want to dismantle or drop down your book in order to uplift it to another program, because they feel like on the aspect that you spent the money or how much ever, whatever it took for you to upload the information, that you won't take the time. If they offer you a free ISBN, then you'll be excited about it, and then you take the ISBN, and then your project will be stuck at their mobility and the navigation of Amazon or whatever place decides to that you decide to buy the ISBN. Now, it's a con and a pro. I mean, it's free. If it is free, it doesn't cost you anything. But later down the line, it will cost you mobility and navigating through the industry the way you want to, if you want to move your book to a different platform. Because you will literally have to revise your information in order to change your product to where you want it to go. Because after you put the ISBN, which is the registration of your project, which is your book, your manuscript that you're publicating, which allows you to copyright your information, and that number is registered to the copyright of Congress. So that, and put me to the book of Congress and register. So it will be flagged if something or someone uses it in an inflectful way or against your lawful judgment. So if it's being used against your judgment, then it'll be flagged, and that is why that register number is important. And if it is registered to Amazon as their free ISBN that they offered you, which is costing you mobility and navigation, if you take that and upload that same information with that same ISBN, it's gonna flag your copyright that you wrote for that book. Okay. So be mindful when searching for ISBNs. I know that it's exciting to have something that you can receive for free, but educate yourself on it as to the reasons why it's free. And do you actually want to use their free product? Okay. Because you also can go on a app called Valker and purchase 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 or more, I think. ISBNs at a time to be able to publicate your information in a private place where you own it yourself or whatever publishing company that you publicate your information under. Okay. No, that's your ISBN. So your book is almost put together. Now your next thing is your distributor. So your distributor is who you research that you want to sell your product at and who is going to put your book on whatever platforms that is going to put it on in order for you to sell your product, in order for you to make the mobility that you're trying to get, whether if it's worldwide, nationwide, local, or whatever, on the island in the UK, whatever. So, wherever your audience that you are targeting, that is what distributor that you research for. Also, researching the fact that you want your distributor to be at the top 10, and then learning how to be mobile and navigate yourself through the fact of uploading your information to that distributor or taking a mentor, getting a mentor or taking a mentor course, to be able to educate yourself on how to be able to upload your information to the distributor. Okay. Boom. Okay, good. No cost of HR. No, depending on what type of distributor that you're choosing to use could be the cost of what you may have to pay. But everything else suddenly is quite free, except for the ISBNs and the distributor. Okay. So educating yourself on your best mobility to be able to do what it is that you want to do could allow you to pay a lower price and be able to distribute your information you want to. Now that's being as a self-publisher. Now, a person that does not want to be a publisher and publish their self-publish their information because that's what it says. If you self-publish, you're a self-publisher, so that means you publish and you're a publisher. So even if you do it for yourself. But in educating yourself and you don't want to do that and you feel like that's too much, then it would be me, myself, who will publicate your information, which will do the same steps as well. And then for me having to do it for you, it would have a percentage or a great cost as whatever the contract or whatever a la carte that you chose for me to do for you in order for me to publicate your information. And then all the steps will be taken the same way. We would scout for a digital designer, an editor, and that's how I would do it myself, or the ISBN information and also distributor, and then using different aspects of whatever it is your capability or mobility through the libraries and the colleges to get support. We could also do that because I still scout for people myself and use them to my benefit. That to pay everybody that hi one way. Hey, Imani, how you doing, King? If you're interested, as you know, I am a publisher. I publish information. So if you're interested, because I know you do music, if you got any questions for a publisher, because a publisher is a producer, I'm like, how to take this over and over. So if you're interested in learning how to keep your master's royalties, learning how to publicate your information in a safe way, learning how to receive information back, however, you can ask whatever questions you want because it's the same information, just different. Okay. So welcome, Kimberly. Share the video left. All right, so as I've all said step by step, that was a 7-step way of publicating your information as you being a self-publisher yourself, and then me as a publishing house being able to publicate your information. It will be the same way, the same steps. We will scout people, we will pay the people that will be doing your projects for you. And working through and navigating the same way. Nothing is pretty much different. We still have to work with a distributor, which I have my own. So we use the distributor. ISBNs is something that I have myself. So I will sell your ISBN to you. Then the manuscript will be built, of course, by you. And then we work through the editing and the digital designing and scouting the people that I have and you have because, as I said before, something that you have the capability of doing, I don't necessarily have to do for you. So that is what is considered in a partnership, which is called a la carte. So in a la carte, you have a partnership with your author, which they do half of the projects and I do half of the projects. And then we put that stuff together and then we come in the middle and they have their own people and I have my own people, but we still are capable of doing the same work. The only thing that I sometimes have had issues with dealing with other people's people is because they are not punctual with their time. They are not consistent sometimes as well. So I don't wait on anybody. So if their person is not working, I definitely, if I have somebody that has the capability of doing what we're trying to do, we will move on. Because I will not waste time. Okay. That's it for today. So today we talked about how to put a book out and publicate it when you have a low income. Excuse me. So I love you guys. I'm not gonna keep y'all all day. I just wanted to spread some good information. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. Don't forget that we are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and also on my bad, Restream, and we are featured on Zoom. So if you're interested in asking any questions, don't hesitate to ask them. And don't miss our shows because we come on from 11:30 to 12:30, so you don't want to miss it. Okay. You don't want to miss it. So if you have any questions, I am Queen. I am Toya G. I am Toya Graham. These are platforms. So I am Queen G on Clubhouse. I am Toya Graham on Facebook, and I am Toya G on YouTube. So subscribe, follow, and comment, guys. And I thank you. If you feel like this information was incredible, please do share it with someone else. Comment and say how it was beneficial to you, and try it and tell me what you think. So I thank you guys again. I am going to close the room down. Let us be great. If someone told you that you weren't great today, they lied to you because God is over the truth. So go out and shine. Okay. And you know what? You know what? God's our religion. So go shine. The kingdom light and stop your shine. So go be in purpose. Go be intentional with your time. And go do something great for somebody in the meantime. Okay. I'm trying to